I love building LEGO Star Wars creations, and in this video I'm going to create my own battles that could have happened during the Clone Wars. We are going to implement unique ideas and clone troopers into each battle. Additionally, in my opinion, each next creation gets even better and far more complex, so make sure to watch till the end to see all 3 Clone Wars battles. I'm going to build each creation in similar size and style, with simple black border for nicer aesthetic. The plan for this creation is to make a simple terrain with a droid recon outpost, located on the desert. Let's create main layout utilizing various size tiles, plates and wedge plates to make as realistic terrain as it's possible. While elevating next layers of the terrain, I'm blending sand in between the rocks to achieve far more interesting effect. Let's start the creation of the outpost. I'm going for darker grey and blue color palette as it fits the Separatist alliance very well in my opinion. Every building needs its entrance, so we are going to create simple door design using snot technique. Let's quickly fill with bricks the entirety of the back section to strengthen the structure for future details. I'm finishing the outpost by adding side walls with quite detailed tile pattern as well as the roof. I'm also adding some final details and sensor in front of the outpost. Let's move to my favorite step of building, exactly minifigure time. So let's add all the figs to the opposing sides, the Grand Army of the Republic and Separatist Alliance. First of our Clone Wars battles is completed and I'm really happy with the result we managed to achieve here. I truly like how simplicity is an advantage of this build and we have even much more to come in this video, so let's jump into the next creation. The idea for this creation is to make a clone attack on small droid outpost with air defenses, hidden in the old ruins. The first thing we are going to make is a simple outline of the terrain by blending light bluish grey ruins and reddish brown dirt. Let's quickly elevate the entire base to the height of the terrain's outline, and using larger plates, we are covering visible filler brick. Let's work on the actual terrain. I'm placing dark orange elements as additional color to break the monotony of the browns in the terrain. I'm blending ruins of the structure into the dirt, which I'm also spreading out further into the creation while using variety of tiles and plates. I want to achieve quite simplistic but still naturally looking terrain, so using more smaller pieces is a good solution. With most of the terrain work finally completed, we can now start building old wall, which will be located over here and will be covered in vines and all kinds of leaves to give here a nice color accent and most importantly much more realistic look. I'm just playing around with various kind of plates, tiles and bricks, mostly specialty pieces, as well as blending some dirt into the stone and adding those colorful vines to make far more unique looking ruins. Now we are going to work on the destroyed column utilizing mostly snot technique. I love how cool this looks so far. I'm really happy with the composition of the colors and that I included this remaining of the structure in the corner. Let's build the CIS air defense station, smoothly compositioned in the ruins by the droids. With the main portion of the build finished, let's work on the remaining back section. We are going to create another part of the destroyed structure. And similar to the top of the destroyed column, I'm making an overhanging level to add a nice depth to the build. I'm also finishing the last bits of the terrain. It's time to work on the droid outpost hidden in the ruins. I'm going to use dark grey elements as a main color and implement some nice textures. Let's quickly finish last part of the destroyed wall, and let's add some interesting details to the droid outpost. So we have the location for our Clone Wars battle. Now let's add all the minifigures, various kind of battle droids and phase 1 clone troopers. And let's add some unique plants as a cherry on top. The second Clone Wars battle is completed and I'm really happy with this result. Awesome scenery and unique environment could be easily translated into a small encounter in the galaxy far far away. And now for the next battle we are going to the space of the Outer Rim. I'm planning to build a droid attack on a Republic space station, which is going to be placed on a horizontal black base that will simulate the look of the outer space. I'm building the front section using these larger round elements as well as implementing dark red accents, which are characteristic for the Republic's designs. Now I'm building the side wall of the station with the finish on top at a nice angle, so later we will be able to place their main platform, where our Clone Wars battle is going to take place. Let's build the second wall in the back, and as we are not going to see anything from the side, we can use whatever colors we have on hand that will not be really useful later and will save us more important parts for the future. We are continuing the work on the inner structure and upper supports for the walls. Now we are going to complete the side panel by adding variety of mechanical elements and designs with addition of dark red accents. While I was building, I decided to change the orientation of this creation from the horizontal to vertical. I feel like by doing so there is an opportunity for far more interesting battle scene going forward. Let's build up the lower section with all kinds of machinery. And let's prepare the foundation for the main platform and the tall wall. Meanwhile, I designed the entrance door to the lower section of the station. Now we are finishing the floor design as well as the wall in the lower section, in which we are going to implement destroyed parts. Finally, it's a space battle, isn't it? I built this panel, which is going to be the window frame for a small control center in the space station. As you can see, half of it was destroyed by the attacking droid forces. And as we are in the space, the vacuum is taking the clone trooper out of the station. Let's complete the interior of the control point. As it's not going to be really visible from the front, we are not going to add here any crazy details or designs to save some parts and time. What's left to do is making the third section over the control center. Here I'm designing some machinery integrated into the wall, as well as some nice wall textures. To complete our Republic space station, let's attach both of these components together, which will perfectly fit together. I mean, they should fit together. I hope they will. Alright, we have it. As you can see, smaller station element is just sitting on top of the other. Yes, you guessed it, it's minifigure time. I'm going to use very nostalgic Phase 1 clone troopers from the early seasons of the Clone Wars, as well as some rocket battle droids. I am extremely happy with how our third Clone Wars battle turned out. The idea of building completely on the side was a really fun concept to explore. Additionally, I love how unique and compact the design of the Republic space station we managed to achieve here. Each creation has its unique style and look, which is something I wanted to achieve from the start. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite. If you enjoyed these creations, check out my other LEGO creation visible on the screen.